Hello. In the new year. Let me try to. Okay. Let's do this. And welcome to Saturday night Beerstream. Why Beerstream? I wonder why. Anyway, it's another one of my. After a couple of weeks of breaks, holiday, Christmas, New Year's. We all been busy. Hopefully you were too. Hopefully you had a good holiday. And let me try this. The camera keeps zooming in and out and stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I'm nice and fuzzy. Go fuzzy the other way. Which one is the best? Can I leave it on auto? I move back a little bit, forward, back, zoom in a little. No, I'll leave it like this. And mute. No, we're okay here. And I can just leave this here, I guess. Okay. Let's move the computer like this. I could do all sorts of lightings and all sorts of stuff. Let's see what LinkedIn has to say to this. Okay. Am I live yet? I think so. Didn't tell me. Yes, I am. I am live. I am live. All right. So I could do all sorts of lightings and taking a little break to catch up, but let's leave the auto zoom on. I mean, sometimes it gets a little unfocused, but it's not too terrible. Anyways, I got 3 viewers here. I think I'm one of them, but we'll see. So, yeah, it's got that, move back, it focuses. All right, whatever. We're good to go. So, me and my son have departed Bloomington, Illinois, just before Christmas for the break. It was a fun trip down and sort of made me the nice drive down, going through. At first, we wanted to plan our stops, but then at the end, I was like, you know what? Let's go as far as we feel like going, and if we can make it in one night, one shot, that'd be great. If we can't, who cares? We'll stop wherever life takes us and just break it down. So we were going pretty well, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's time to. The trip was we stopped, we took a bunch of pictures and stuff, and I did post a. I don't think I posted on LinkedIn, but I did post it on City to City YouTube channel that I have, and City to City USA, because City to City is not indexed yet well by Google, so you gotta search for it physically. But I could leave the link in the comments. Let's see if I can get rid of zooming stuff here. Focusing, I mean. I was gonna be careful about it. Anyway, so for now I can leave it like this. I'll probably turn on the comments. So I can see comments in the chat. Yes, I see my son commenting, and I guess I will issue a link here. Invite guests. Copy. And why is I am missing? There we go. Different studio here, and there it is. And leave the comments up. I'll be here too. And here we go. Let's start the streamathon. A beerathon for Streamathon. Beerstream goes live. Let's see. Well, since I left Bloomington, Illinois, I've now regained access in Raleigh, North Carolina. Oh, I didn't finish the story about the travel, and so we decided about 11 o'clock. We were 10 o'clock, something like no, it was 10 o'clock. It was like about 9 o'clock. So we're about halfway now, 9 p.m. I said, let's stop at this town. That's the closest one, decent hotel, Super 8, just to get the night out. And yeah, so it worked out. The town that hit us, that worked out for us, was Charleston, West Virginia. Show you some pictures, maybe, and stuff. Well, you could look it up, but I was like, what a nice town, West Virginia. I never thought of that. And I wasn't, I think maybe I passed through West Virginia, but I don't think I would spend the night there for sure. And wow, what a nice town. And I do want to spend more time there on my travels again. So once the ice thaws, I might go back. But right now, I'm happily iced in Raleigh, North Carolina. And my son's just texting me, so maybe he will join us, maybe not. He's, you could read in the comments. Yeah, do your stuff. I'm doing my stuff, and you don't get paid for this. I don't get paid for this, but you have to go to school and complete your degrees, so that's a priority, of course. Always get the school done, work, and fun stuff like this on a set, and I can wait. But by being iced in here, avoiding all the ice in Bloomington, there was an ice storm here yesterday, and I could talk about that for hours. But Raleigh, North Carolina, what a beautiful city, beautiful town. My son loved to stay here. I'm glad he's back in Bloomington, and I'm here alone now. And by coming here, I have access to Yingling again. Yingling, the beer of all beers. It is the America's oldest brewery, and it's a cheap beer. But funny enough, it tastes great. So that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to drink some Yingling. Should put a napkin here, but coaster at best. But we don't have coasters. So I landed at this La Quinta Hotel in Durham, and it's a nice hotel. The room that we got is huge. And here we go. I said, well, there goes the mic, too. Uh, let's see what happened with the mic. If it survived. If it didn't, we have to switch to a different mic. But I don't know, for the time being, a slip up. A technical slip up. Big can, and I'm trying to pour it all at once. Anyway, let me finish pouring this, but we might have lost sound. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I don't know. Let's go to the. It's definitely quieter. No, it's not. It's working now. I don't know. I'm watching this here. It seems like audio's picking up. Hopefully, the water's not drowning it. But hey, this is what I like about Yingling. It's got a nice head to it. It's a little darker color, but the head is nice. So, cheers. I don't know. No, it's working. We're good. Cheers. Let's finish this off. Still plenty of beer left. All right, good. Sorry about that. Technical hiccup, but we're good to go. Uh, let's do auto zooming. I wasn't doing auto zoom. I was. And so that's this thing here. Blah, blah. Very good. Didn't drink anything all day. My lips were dry as I was outside and stuff. I'm like, oh, I have a seltzer there, but I didn't even take a sip of it. Bad move. Bad move. Anyway, so welcome to the new year. Welcome to the new year of LinkedIn, and let's see what changed. Well, the number one thing that changed is we changed the messaging with my son, and he's been doing a lot of. He's been getting a lot of engagement talking about the perspective of a 19-year-old hitting LinkedIn. So, and his perceptions, because in his age group, not too many people get on LinkedIn, despite the schools, the colleges, the whatever telling them to get on LinkedIn. The hell with it. I will go to full auto focus mode. Schools are telling them, but they're not going on it. Why? I have no clue. Other than they just do their own thing and think they can dominate the world. My son thinks the same way, but in a lot of ways. But but yeah. So what's new on LinkedIn? Well, the new thing on LinkedIn besides that is that I'm preparing that LinkedIn course, and and I just don't have the time to finish the whole thing. I have ideas, and just want to take it out of and make it a down to earth reality kind of. Yeah, anybody can do whatever they want, but you do have to expect certain actions. You have to expect certain results, and you can't expect miracles if you're only going to spend 15 minutes a day on LinkedIn. Then of course you're not going to get 30,000 followers anytime soon, unless they would come from outside sources such as your work or your other stuff. So you know that's that's what the course is going to be about, and how to kind of make LinkedIn fit into your schedule, and how to get benefit with minimum effort, or how to get maximum benefit with maximum effort. And you get to pick and choose. But that's the LinkedIn. But what has happened last year? Well, what has happened last year was that I've been very busy teaching my son to be independent. And it took a trip to Raleigh for him to reflect. And if you look at his, keep talking about him because that was the biggest thing over end of the year, basically, was his adventures into real life. And he got his first tasks. He started doing one-on-one meetings with people with Zoom. So he's discovering things. Like, one of the funniest stories was that he comes back. He says, I had a meeting, and that lady told me that I should do ABC. And I said, right at the meeting, I even told her, I said, yeah, my dad told me that about a year and a half ago. So I think I should start doing it. I told him, I says, what can I say? So, so he's been struggling with LinkedIn now a little bit, and he's been having quite a few successes. So he's got good engagement, writes decent point of views. I help him out some, but just mainly with the structure and some keywords and headlines to make it more appealing, or more what would you call it, engaging or attractive and stuff. But he gets his own views, and he puts out his own stuff, and takes excellent pictures, makes the whole thing a lot more fun. So his LinkedIn is slowly blowing up, and my prediction with the new year is that he's going to have tens of thousands of followers within 3 to 6 months, as long as he keeps up the pace. And that's where we get into the next level of discussion, is keeping up the pace. What's important on LinkedIn to keep growing and to keep getting your message out there? Well, I hate to say it, but it's engagement. It's I mean, all social media works in the same principle. You have to engage with it. It's not like a website, for example, which is another thing. Is you don't just create a website and let it sit out there. A website can handle that somewhat. I mean, you should always update it and you should put stuff out there and whatever. But a website needs attendance, needs to get more stuff on it. But on social media, if you on a website, if you create an article, or give people a piece of advice, and you keep the site alive and you do the proper SEO, Google will find you, it will index you, it will put you in the searches. And social media only faintly resembles that model. But if you want to grow your network and grow your followers, you have to engage with them. Like what sort of on a website, it's passive, but on social media, it's got to be active. And how do you get the activity? Well, because you have to look for people that comment and post, and you comment on their posts, have something meaningful to say. And that's with every comment that you leave a footprint on the social media. So everybody else who looks at that post will have a chance. I'm not saying they will see it, but he will have a chance to see your name. And the more footprints you leave in the sand, the more of a chance there is that you will be noticed and you will actually get some stuff done. So it's just common sense. And my son's biggest thing was struggling with getting getting the engagement. I tell him, like, you sit here all day and you get like 10, 20, 30 different comments and stuff. And he's like, yeah, but it's so difficult because I want to write something meaningful and stuff. I was like, there's always got to be balance. I mean, it's got to be meaningful, it's got to be to the point, but it's also got to be short. I mean, not every comment has to be a post. So if you're looking to get visibility to a large number of people, guess what? You have to use a lot of, uh, you have to leave a lot of footprints. So that means you have to use a lot of engagement. You have to go for the volume, not for the quality. And if you have something meaningful to say, well, you can always turn that comment into a post. But do you really want to write 20 posts a day? I'm not a fan, but everybody can do whatever they want. I'm just not a fan of doing 20 posts a day. Uh, Lately, I've been having a hard time just doing one or two. But now with my son leaving rally and stuff, and let him talk about all his experiences and what he's learned. He left on Tuesday night, and then and ever since then, I've been just sort of recovering and reclaiming back my time after years and years of what would you call it, parental slavery to the children. I'm now finally at a point where I'm like, I can do whatever I want. Cool. And I have no one to answer to at home, or nothing else scheduled other than what I schedule myself. So I'm kind of enjoying these times and slowly getting back into building up my own life now. Hey, it's like I always told my son, I says, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, how do you know these things? How do you know what this, whatever it's food or something? It's like, how do you know the so many varieties of cheeses? I was like, like I used to have a life before I had you. Before, like, I know you knew me. I used to have another life too that I was living. So I'm sort of looking forward to get back into that aspect, which is my own life. Now that we're going to be ways apart for some time now, so it's like, oh yes, no, now you can take care of yourself. You're 19 and change, and so let's get you on the right track. So he's building his business, he's building his clients, and he's talking to people, and he's building. And I'm gonna do the same thing on my end for myself. From he does the video editing, and I do websites and SEO and content writing, stuff like that. So we're sort of working out, and yes, I have a few years to catch up on right now. So just gonna be one big party. And yeah, just to show like what I do is we had a discussion about LinkedIn, and it was like, you're doing. Last week before he left back to Bloomington, he was really spent a lot of time on LinkedIn, and he got to 200 comments. And I noticed some of the bigger creators here, not bigger, what you call bigger, I don't know, anybody over 20,000, but they were comparing, 20,000 connections or followers, and they were comparing how much activity they do. I'm going to share the screen here. Share screen, and I'm going to do one of these notifications. Share the screen here. It's this one. Okay, so new notification. Hey, commented on my post, and I am live. Cool. And I said, this is the post impressions is low, but like I said again, I haven't been really on it too much. So, but still today, 119 is more than I did in the past. But here's the key analytics. Where did I leave that now? Post impressions. Why do I not see this here? They removed it from my LinkedIn again. I thought it was here. Oh, this weekly sharing tracker. I'm sorry. I already got into impression. Weekly sharing tracker. Now I got 6 posts, and it's going to be Sunday soon. I got 6 posts, and I got altogether 50. Great. Congratulations on exceeding the weekly sharing goal. What do you mean exceeding? And my son, he was able to get. Let's see what I can do here. I can always shift these as well, but uh, this one, why is this so narrow? I don't know. Anyway, I disappeared. This still shows only like a small narrow thing. Oh well. Oh well. Let's leave it at this screen then. That's our favorite. That's my favorite anyway. And so, I got 50 of 3 actions, and I don't do contributions because, they even took away the badges, which was not even they were worth doing the collab articles and stuff. But I mean, there is some benefit to it. I just don't think the effort is worth the benefit. But anyway, so 50 of 3 actions, so 44 comments. And one thing I said I was going to do tonight, besides blowing my nose, actually to skip these, I will just mute. So I will now go to. I told my son, I says, I'm going to show you because I used to do when I was on LinkedIn last, I don't know what it was, January through um, August, June, July, something. I don't know, first 6 months, and definitely until like the fall, and then it just started being. I just started getting busy with taking care of other stuff. But anyway, what is this? Freya reacted to my post. Okay, Freya's here. Welcome, Freya. Say hi, hi. Say hey, 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 yo, 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 Freya. Let's get the data flowing. Freya's an amazing data analyst person. She's she works with data. She does magic things with it. But I'm like, to me, it's like just common sense stuff. But then when you have the data to show to people, it's good. But it's kind of like with my again comparison with my son. I tell him like do it this way, and he goes to Claude, ChatGPT, whatever he says. They agree with you, and I'm like, yeah. So I mean, what did you expect? I was like, oh no, he thought maybe you can catch me off guard or something. I'm like, yeah. But if ChatGPT agrees with it, and he's like, yeah, it's a good idea. I'm like, okay, well, I know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, so I said when I was really doing this for these many months, I was able to do 100 comments, or this section here. Um, this okay, clickbait. But I'm gonna reply. But anyway, 309 here. So this number, I got to 100 within about 3 days. My son last week, he spent huge amounts of time, and he was able to get to 200, but it was like triple the time. I mean, I did 100 in about one post a day and 330 plus comments in one day in about 3 hours. Okay, and no, and I do waste a lot of time. I'm not the fastest. I'm not saying I am. I'm not in any race to be the fastest, but I still want to get stuff done and just be on my way. So I did about 90 to 100 in 3 to 4 days. And I'm like, and he's doing. It's like Friday night. He's like, I'm up to 110 maybe. I'm like, and you sit there like for the whole day and you just think about it. I mean, I understand the fact he's studying it and stuff, but today we had a conversation. I said, listen, you got to go quickly because you want to put your name out there. You want to get the footprints out, make it quick, make them count. I mean, the reason why you want to make them count is because of this founder helping you accelerate your career. Okay, that's what it makes sense. Commercial artist, president at the Confederation of Commerce and Tourism of the, let's see, of the Czech Republic, Vice President of the Czech Chamber of Commerce and of Eurocommerce. Anyhow, so yeah, this is your headline. So the more you comment on people's posts, the more people will see your headline. They will not read your post per se. I mean, your comment, even the whole thing. They won't study it and stuff. Just put it out there. See, sustainable leader, senior sales leader, Google, uh, social media marketer. That's what you want. You want that headline in here, and you want it on as many posts as possible because that's how you increase your visibility. That's why the counter is there. Now that actually the counter, I used to hate it because it was limited. Then I realized the only in the, and everybody's got it different, but only in the cell phones is that counter limited to 100. Because then I saw some people in the back to tying back to where I left off on a tangent was some creators were saying, well, I got like 400 comments, I got 700 in this engagement or activities and stuff a week. 700, that means 100 comments every single day. Are you really going to write a novel in every single comment? No, you leave your footprint. That's how you got to look at it. It's all about volume, 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 volume. So now I said I will do my commenting and I will show people how to comment, make it count, make it not stupid, and just make it count. So Dora says 7 helpful burnout tips that are actually hurting you. Okay, so I'm trying to now. Let's see what it is. It was 50. It's 11:02. I'm gonna do try to do 10, 15 minutes of comments and see how far I get. So I kind of skimmed through the post. It's way too long, but it does make sense here. So take a vacation and you'll feel refreshed. No, if you love your job, you can't burn out. This one I do challenge because, okay, right there, it caught my eye. I don't have to read the whole post. Protect your well being. Well, I like the post, I like the idea. Let's see on what page is the well being. Love your job, you can't burn out. Self care is very important. And tag Dora. But if I love what 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 doing, then it makes it very difficult to burn out fast. To reach burnout fast. Yep. Meaning can do it much longer than someone who hates their work. Hard to tell where the balance is. And that for me is a long comment. But anyway, that was a long comment. That's one. Okay, got some check ones here. Sponsor Mary Medina, Darren Mass. I'm here today to drop another New Year, new speech. I'm here simply to wish a happy New Year. It was 1 week ago. No, thank you. I don't want to. Okay, I turned off notifications on my phone. Here's what happened. This week I did 9 LinkedIn posts, 6 YouTube videos. I launched a podcast, sent out a newsletter, 200 plus direct messages, 100 plus connect requests. I ran 2 live workshops, onboard 3 new clients, filmed videos with 7 clients, filmed 10 videos for myself. Yep, that's what I see as being busy. That I agree with. You feel like uncut videos? Do you like this uncut video style? And right there, you can just that's quite a load. Uncut raw videos. The word I'm looking for, make the presentation truly authentic. That's an opinion I have. I love uncut videos, by the way. Just so I do live streams. I'm like, okay, so I coughed. I mean, who doesn't? So, COVID. Oh no, end of the world. Anyway, so here's this one. Dear animals. Animals are alright, but I'm not gonna comment on that. No need to. Brett Packard commented on Avnish Sharma. Weekend humor. Nah, I like to skip these. It's just, I'm going to make fun 5 days ago. Jeez, these are old posts. Cody Hand, my social battery is full up from this week. Follow these people. You won't regret it. Sounds like a garbage post. Where professionals meets the beach. But businesses blink. Bikinis, more. Pajamas and blah, blah, blah. Taboo topic, Saturday. Post reporting, algorithm restrictions. I don't really understand this. Curtis Adam. I used to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Steve Jobs. Whoa, that's a long post. But again, even on this you can do because absolutely beautiful. It feels so good. Oh wow, my heart is feeling. My face is hurting, but wait, that's just me. What about you? Do you feel that way when you work? And there we go. There we go. And that's an easy. That's a layup for a slam dunk. I love what I do, and if um no, what I do if I didn't love it, I I wouldn't be doing it. And tag Curtis Adams. What do you got? 7 minutes? Wouldn't be doing it. So there's what? 2 minutes per comment? No, this one. I don't like Zinta Jacobs. Why I share all my YouTube secrets for free and why everybody should. Last year, I started sharing content on LinkedIn. I always enjoyed the platform. I wanted to explore what it could do for my brand. I received so many encouraging messages from people who enjoy the content I share. But one question keeps coming up: Why? Why would you give all this for free? To me, it's simple. Sharing everything, and I know it gives me credibility with my audience, authority with potential clients, the satisfaction of helping others. Uh, this one's my favorite. The section helping others get started. I believe information should be accessible to everyone. If you want to learn YouTube, I want to be helping hand. Want to be the helping hand. I wish I had started. But can't you want clients? Well, no, because information alone won't bring you along. If you're serious about YouTube, you'll need guidance from an expert, effective. I can read the whole thing, but I know where he's going with this. And no, because information alone won't bring you along a long way. If you're serious about YouTube, you'll need guidance from an expert, the effectiveness of experienced team, the time you don't have. That's precisely it. That's so true. Isn't it? I also tell everything because I only like to work with knowledgeable clients who appreciate my expertise and the value I bring. No, I'm going to leave that one out. That's enough. I will support this. And Stephen Telford. I I like to comment on some of these things, but when I see these videos, sort of TikTok-y type of stuff, I'm like, just kind of like to skip that. To me, that's like low level quality. I mean, if you have to do some video to get some attention, so just copy somebody's video. I don't think skip that one. Just create your own post, create your own video, speak on the video, like I'm doing right now. Make money 7 ways to make money while you sleep. Okay. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, well, investing dividend stocks. Okay, online courses. That's something I'm preparing, but it's still going to be different. Rental property, digital products, license work, subscription service. Thank you to my followers. This one I didn't understand, but what does this guy do? Helping business leaders grow. Tired of trading time for money? There's a better way. Earning while you sleep isn't a dream strategy. Well, hard to implement some of these before you make any significant money. Once you make money, you can easily make the money work for you. But sleeping without money and waiting for it won't get you far. Our friend Nicodemus. Okay, so this is this, and let's see who I have here. There's my Josue Rios. Josue Rios. We are commenting on each other's posts quite a bit. So let's get him. Let's get his latest post because I know I didn't probably comment on it. So I have a free one there. But let's see. I don't know. Maybe I did comment on this one. The one way to always make sure that you commented on something and stuff is just to leave the like. And I can see this one I didn't like. So that means I did not comment on it. So let's see. Fun Friday. How to wrap up the week on a high note. Connect with your team, appreciate and celebrate success. The end of the week is the perfect time to connect. Blah, blah, blah. I don't have a team. Did I leave a comment? I don't. I read the post. I just didn't leave a comment. Team outing. Yes. Me, the team of one, goes to have a beer and celebrate another week of successes. And that's the Friday night. So we got 15 minutes now. I think I've been doing it, including comments and just going through a lot of stuff. But let's see. I want to do one more because I owe her this one, sort of. She commented today. I didn't even comment on my own stuff that people commented on. So those are free ones. And if you don't comment, then you don't get this stuff. But I know I saw it, and I said later on I will comment on it because this is good to you. Every week I share an ad, and every week someone's offended. Sometimes viscerally. That's kind of the point. Effective marketing attracts the best fit clients. The trolls came out last week. I usually do an analysis of the copywriting message principles at play in the ad. Here are some comment highlights. That was today's post, and I just sort of didn't get this one at all. But what do we have here? Usually, when you roll something this good, it's illegal. Well, maybe it's SH. What's your take on this week's choice? Yay or nay? The rock hard. Stone hard late nights. But audiences. But I doubt that a Chipotle burrito is easy to pass. Is easy to roll and just pass around. Maybe once shrinkflation hits it, it will be easier to share in a circle of friends. Does not make sense to me in this ad. But I do understand what they are going for. So, and there's another comment. So, and now I'm going to go back to mine, and let's see this. So we got boom, boom. Saturday night live stream evolution of backlinks. What do we have here? Something like this. Nobody commented on my link. On my once upon a time, it was the best way Google can tell the importance of a website. However, it was easy to cheat, much like in the case of keyword stuffing. So Google learned and pivoted away from it. So there we go. And always tag. So Never mind. It's not having the same name. It's always like just leave the first one and you're never sure. So you got to double check. Make sure you're clicking on the right one. Okay, so there's this one. Like it and off to next. Off to the races. So this was my New Year's post. Nope. And there was some comments I left out before. Marcelo was there. This was quite long. Thanks for your support. You have mine as well. Okay, so now let's get back. It's been 20 minutes or so with the comments and with being busy with here. Let's see what we're up to. Alex Jenkins, happy social Saturday. New posts. You can mute people in real life too. It's called boundaries. Okay. Or just put the phone on mute and turn off notifications. 2 easy steps to keep your sanity. Okay, there we go. Anything else? Don't. It's too long to read. Kevin Yurovich. Steaks, chops, seafood, Pete's Tavern. Where's Pete's Tavern? I don't know. We'll see. Peter Hupschman. Anyway, how far did we get in just this less than half an hour? Just to do some updates and stuff. I can do another free one, but it was a long AI comment and I don't like them. So look, we getting from 50 to 60. So was it 20 an hour? That's about right. Yeah. So commenting, if you really focus on it, went from 50 actions to 60 actions in 20, 25 minutes. Let's say a half hour even. So 10, 20 an hour, 3 hours, 60. Minus one post, so two, so it's 40 a day. That's exactly it. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you got your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you got your what 40, 80, 120 by Wednesday night. Just focus, right? Focus, just focus. It takes, like anything else, it takes effort, effort. We're at 54 minutes, and it's time to replenish my saturation. Hydration sources. So I shall go for another beer. We'll leave on a 2-minute break. We'll add a scene. Didn't want to start it yet, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be doing a what? I think I'll do a 2 minute, take a 2 minute break, potty break. I got 4 viewers here. Let's see. Be back in 2 minutes. I don't know how long it's been run down, but I'm back. Let's see. Oh, quite a bit of time. I'm sorry. It was probably 30 seconds, even a minute over. Anyway, so back to business. Well, business. Back to beer. Another ice cold can of England. The third one on there. I still got some leftover stuff. I think I bought like a Sex on the Beach in a can. I mean, I don't drink that stuff, but I was like, yeah, it's interesting. Maybe one day it'll come in handy. Maybe the day's today. I don't know. But anyway, so enough of enough of LinkedIn commenting, because we just showed the 10 engagement activities. Well, one of them is replies. There's always a few freebies just to say thank you, and I'll do one more just before I go, and I'll be like, uh, just to get that one extra one. That post counts as one, but that takes about an hour, sometimes less, depends. If I use the AI carousels, I've been doing a lot of animal comparisons now, and yeah, let's put some head on this baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the way we like it. So what? Do we zoom in or not? Do I have the? It is the automatic zoom. Come on, baby. There we go. Some reason on the shiny object like a glass, it doesn't want to focus in so easily, but it does. Anyway, so do we have any more comments here? We don't have any comments. So now is the session. I'm going to stay quiet now for the next half hour. I'm like, ask me anything and I'll answer if I want to. Okay, I won't stop talking, but but you can still ask me anything. I see the timer on this Zoom, on this live stream is already an hour. So let's celebrate the 1 hour mark. And let's get that free comment in there. I'm going to share this again. Oh, yes. We have to share the screen again. And we do have responses, notifications. Here we go. See, my son has replied back. So he got another comment, Markin. And yeah, Joseph Gergis. He liked my comment and he said, thank you for sharing. Uh, I hate to be blunt and brutally honest. Of course, this kind of stuff is BS, but it gets the job done. It gets you on the board. You are there. You see this. It's kind of like, boom, there you go. You got the headline, the title. What do? You put your word out to the people. Yeah, thank you for sharing. He got a +1. That's what matters. Because LinkedIn will talk about quality and engagement and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, all they want is screen time and to have as much engagement as possible. And they will even tolerate much of AI engagement. So it's like people leave these AI comments like the one I'm about to look at. I'm like, this is what happens. It's like, it's okay because you got that. You're on the scoreboard. You got the here. You got the money here. You got 17753. So it's that's the impressions. They've been increasing since I started commenting, and this is 60. Let's turn this into 61. Go to my posts. Doggy was popular. Was it Have you quit yet? No. Yeah, it was on that one. And yeah, I mean, no, I did already comment on this too. Such an insightful perspective. A statistic about New Year's resolution really hits home. It's a reminder that meaningful changes requires. It's an AI comment. I am very hesitant to leave comments back on this, but hey, it's an engagement. It's a comment. I write back something. It's fine. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It gets you on the board. You get a better score there. You get a better score everywhere. And like in your own posts, yeah, it's pretty strange, but I will like it. See, and I get more reactions. You and 4 others. And I can also do one for NC Web Dev. Save. And NC Web Dev just loved my post. Boom, it goes to 5. Globmer, my other page. Oh, that's a good idea. 6. Look at that engagement go. RDUNs, one of our projects that's ongoing but stalling at the moment. But we'll see how far we get with that one as well. And yes, RDUN says funny. 7. Look at that go. And over here, LinkedIn says, you see, Globmer and 6 others reacted to your post. Excellent. So, it's engagement. It's just numbers. The algorithm doesn't differentiate much. They could if they wanted to, but they don't care. They're trying to catch up to Facebook and YouTube and everybody, and it's kind of like, hey, whatever you put in, we'll be happy with. So take all the little wins you can get. Oh, well, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be nice, honest. No. Get the things out there. Be happy. This is my stuff. Be happy, be successful, and do a lot of engagement. I mean, I could just go on and on to other people, and Luke Matthews is always my favorite to go to, and because he replies to everything as well, so it's kind of like, wow, he puts in a lot of time. Some of it may be AI helped, but generally, I don't think so. I think most of his is pretty good, or the AI can fake him pretty good, but it's quite a bit. We could also use some kind of accelerator where he just sits at one terminal and has all these things. Like, I mean, here in the Restream, you don't see it, but I have this. Um, this is the way Restream looks. I can let's see if it will allow me to use Restream or not, but probably not. I could just do the whole screen, but no. I mean, I could do the whole entire screen here and basically show you that way. Also share system audio, no. But you're gonna see this. But here, my main point is I'll turn on the chat and I see everything at once. So you could just, I mean, if there was a comment here on YouTube, I would just comment on this here. LinkedIn won't let you comment from here, but the other platforms will. I think even Twitter and stuff. One thing about interesting about the Restream is that they started supporting Rumble as well, which I was thinking, why didn't they not do it? And now they did. So let's stop sharing and get back to the beautiful myself. Anyway, so finish off the rest of the can. Ooh, make a nice little hit again. Ooh, it's growing. It's growing. Yes. And we got a nice little head back. So my personal goal for this week, I was thinking about it. Either I'm thinking about starting a new page with me for content creation and writing and creative writing or whatever. I mean, I've been writing for quite a bit of time, and with beer, it always helps to be more creative. But I could prepare a webinar for Friday because I haven't been doing those either. So I think I'm going to start doing a webinar on Fridays again. And if you would like to join me, feel free. I have some ideas for people I want to invite to this webinar, but that would speak with me. But we could do one in 3 or 4 people, just discuss some of the experiences on LinkedIn. And I mean, LinkedIn is a Microsoft product, so you could hate it, you could love it. You know, people will tell you how much they sell on LinkedIn. I'm like, most of them don't sell anything on LinkedIn. But if you do have a lot of followers, you probably will. However, it depends on the definition of selling on LinkedIn because LinkedIn itself, I don't see it as a selling platform of anything of high value. I just see it as a great connecting platform. So for networking, it is definitely number one. I've met a lot of people, but all the meaningful sales happen off LinkedIn, not on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just a connecting platform, but most people miss the mark and they try to present it to you like, oh no, the greatest selling platform is LinkedIn. I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, unless you're really selling something, like the LinkedIn course, I think is one of the things that is able to sell on LinkedIn. Don't make it too expensive, and then find your one-on-one clients. But if you want like expertise and long-term projects and something for money, actually, big money is yes, you could sell LinkedIn course and you sell probably a couple of thousand if you have like 200,000 followers, 300,000 followers. You'll probably be able to sell a couple hundred courses. However, unless you have the big following or you have a very cheap product and stuff, you're really not going to sell much of meaningful value. And I'm looking more for value. That's why I changed my focus from going for the big numbers. I mean, like I said, I keep saying I did set a goal for myself to create 10,000 followers network, whatever. And right now I'm at the 3,166, but I don't even connect anymore with people. People connect with me. And I'm like, you know, I'd rather meet the people in my network and build some relationship and cooperation with them. Today I met with Amir. Normally I charge money for the meetings because I don't do free advice anymore. I mean, it's one thing I really hate about this is internally, this is truly hate is like the free discovery calls. What the hell is that? What are you gonna discover? Just book a free one with me. No, you have to get pre-qualified to get my time. And either I'm going to get paid for that time or I want to do it for free because I could see some mutual potential benefit together. But so many calls I got on, the free discovery calls when I first started, were just like, yeah, I want to discover how to do this whole thing without you. And you just tell me the strategy for free and analyze my stuff. And then I'll do it myself or I'll hire somebody for $50 a month. And I'm like, you're just picking my brain. That's actually called brain rape officially. And I'm like, I'm not giving you all the advice and strategies for free. Why should I? I mean, I've spent 20 years studying it. Now I'll just tell you how to do it and you go and hire somebody else. And what me? Why should I consult people on their business? It's your venture. So you take care of it. And if you want my help and advice, pay me. So that's an that's an interesting concept. But anyway, had some positive meeting with somebody that I want to help, and we could mutually help each other. So I don't mind that. I don't mind helping for free. Just I won't open up a link and say, "Hey, everybody can just I'll give you," because then you're gonna end up spending 6 hours a day giving free advice. Free advice, unless you have like a preset something. No, you send a DM. Let's talk. Let's see what you do. Let's see what I do. And yeah, either we do a free discovery call where we just like an introduction, get to know call. And again, I pick the people. People don't pick me. So it's like I'm not gonna have an open link for a free call. Just let's discuss. I don't need to meet everybody in the world. It's like keep telling my son, I'm like, at my age, I pick the people I want to meet, and I pick the people I want to get to know. In your age, meet as many people as you can. You're 19, you meet as many people as you can. Me, I'm 51. I will pick my people that I want to meet and want to build any kind of meaningful relationship with. And I had 3 great meetings this week. From networking groups, people I really did want to talk to, introduce what I do, want to get to know them, and hopefully some of that will come into fruition, and we'll all be making money on it. But again, I pick. I'm in control. So like, oh well, there's no. He's got 20,000 followers. I need to meet him. No, no. I don't even care if you have 1 follower or half a million followers. I have to like you to meet with you. And so it's got to be that pre-screening before you set that thing. Otherwise, you send me $250 and I'll meet anybody for an hour. But that's why the link there is a paid project consultation on my platform. I don't know why people want to do free stuff, but I guess they got plenty of time. I don't. Oh, I gotta clear my nose again. Okay, it's better. And so, I got one person. Then I got back up to two. It was a three. It was a four at one point. I don't follow the whole number the whole time, but I just keep babbling. Anyway, so this is what's been going on, and I'm back in Raleigh, and it's kind of interesting. And we got the ice storm here today. It was fun watching everybody get ready for that quarter of an inch snow. It was a bit messy. I have a video from last night where I was on the highway and it was an accident there, and so it wasn't nice. And they had to close off the whole highway. like half of it, so I can go up north. But so I made a U-turn and went to the next exit. But it was a messy night. So and me, I grew up in Europe partially, where we used to have snow all the time. Then I was in New York. There used to be back in the '90s, used to be 80, late '80s, '90s used to be a lot of snow in New York in the winter. Then it stopped. Then it started again. So coming back and forth. And then in Europe, it was a lot. I went to the mountains a lot. I drove. I like driving in the snow in general. But I did notice here people don't know how to do it. And even last year in Knoxville, Tennessee, I was like, I was like, that was like good 6 to 10 inches of snow in Knoxville, and people were in the ditches and everything. And I was like, never ended up in a ditch yet. Well, never say never because it can happen to anybody. But I'm like, you know, some people just shouldn't drive. And then I saw the panicking and stuff yesterday, and then I saw some drivers out on the street going real slow and really uncertain. And I was like, I guess it's better because if you're not used to it, if you're not sure, hey, why kill yourself? Because life can wait sometimes. Because doing something and just dying just because you need to get there 2 minutes earlier or you couldn't wait for another day is kind of like, or even losing 6 months to a year with a broken leg and 6 operations, it's not worth it. So when people don't have the experience like in Raleigh, I understand why you get a little bit more panicky. And yesterday I was driving last night in a big snowstorm, and I was going behind some really slow vehicles that were going really carefully because it was sort of hard to discern. It wasn't that much snow. It was like white dusting over a sheet of ice that was sort of broken up, so it was kind of mushy, but still it was white and it was all covered the road, so you really couldn't tell which lane was what. And so I saw these cars going, and they were going very slow, very careful, like 15, 20 miles an hour. And then I was like, with my experience driving, I think I could do 30 to 40 here. Not go crazy, although the speed limit there was 55, but I was like, there's no reason to go 55, but there's no reason to go 20 either, so you find somewhere in between. So I passed the cars, and as soon as I passed the cars, they got behind me because they obviously saw that I kind of was a little bit more certain on that surface. And so they kind of followed me. So they tailgated me, quote unquote. They didn't really tailgate, but they just got in behind me, my lane, and just followed me for whatever until I ran away from them. But they didn't speed up that much. But they did try to keep up a little bit. They still uncertain, but so it was fun because I got away from the freezing cold, and Raleigh gets the biggest snowstorm again for the last 3 years. So I was like, oh, really? And last year was a 6 to 10 inches in Knoxville, Tennessee, when I was coming down here, and it was similar, but the Knoxville was a lot more snow. So because I cleaned up the car in the morning, and then 2 hours later, went for breakfast, cleaned up the car. Well, I think I went outside, and whichever way it happened, I cleaned out the car. I went for breakfast, then took another hour of nap, and then after that, I went back out like 2 hours, and it was again another 2 to 3 inches on the car just in the 2 hours or so. So that was a big snowstorm, and many people, even with 4x4s, ended up in ditches. And then I got on the highway and went to Asheville, and as soon as I passed that tunnel in the mountain pass, that white stuff turned into rain in Asheville, and it was good driving all the way out to Raleigh. But just getting out of Knoxville last year was a little pain in the butt. So, but again, that's what happens when you travel a lot. You get into these situations which are really weird and strange, and you have to solve them. And it's kind of like that's why I said it keeps you on your toes. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do my webinar on next week, and uh, I have a bunch of topics. That's the one thing is like I never run out of ideas. I get stomped a little bit maybe sometimes, but like with my son, I just came up with a perfect plan for his 19 years old on LinkedIn. I think he's going to do really good with that. Let me see how many likes and stuff he has. But he did have some likes and stuff before, but should I share that? Yeah, I could. And I mean, I did a lot of posts for him before, just general advice and videos and stuff like that. But do, 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 do. But let's look at his profile. It's 1,000 followers. Yeah, he had a weirdo day today. Tried to connect with a lot of people, and all he got was some blocks, some people with really weird messages. Then I was able to navigate him into turning it into positive, so that it's not too weird. But it was just a bunch of strangers out there. But and even in Raleigh today, I was driving around. I was like, it's a lot of empty parking lots and people acting weird. So I was like, hey, whatever, an off day. So that's why I was like, hey, I might as well restart my live shows on Saturday night. Beerathons. Cheers. So, anyway, let's go to his timeline, his profile, videos. Yeah, they were saying this videos should be there. I don't know. I could make it smaller, but I think because it's high impact YouTube shorts, I don't see the V as being very important because it's videos that stop your scroll. And what else could it be? Ideos? I don't know. So it kind of makes sense, but we could make this smaller. But YouTube shorts, video editing, filming, post production. So I sort of left that on purpose. I saw it and I was like, somebody commented like, "Oh, the V is behind the profile picture." But on a bigger screen, let's see if I do F11. No, I still won't do that. But what happens is to get a wider screen, it's going to be different again in resolution. And then when you go to mobile, it's completely different because uh, will it stop sharing? No, it won't. Good, because I'm going to show you the. See if you go to mobile. Oh, that's how you do that. Okay, I'll go back to that in a little bit when I see it on the thing. But when you go to mobile and you don't even see the videos, YouTube Shorts that stop your scroll sort of makes sense. Let's see how it scrolls in here. Oh, I went back, and yeah, there we go. Yep. Yeah, now I'm watching on the monitor there because I got my other phone on and watching how far it goes. But yeah, you could see clearly that the videos here just goes out of whack. So it depends on on the resolution. I mean, this LinkedIn is not very responsive. It will handle it only has like two different resolutions. I think it's just has a resolution of full and not full, like the mobile, whereas the window kind of and the collapse, the responsiveness of the website should be a little better. But hey, whatever. And you got to watch out for the web design too. Web design is more important because on LinkedIn people won't do that. It won't really worry about it too much. But on a website, if you're hiding something like this, so it's good to drag and see whether in all the resolutions you can really see all the topics and all the important CTAs and everything else. Sometimes they go off screen and whatever. So good web designer won't leave that alone. We'll make sure that the resolution is always smooth and you can see the important stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to wider. I'm gonna put it back into my 27 tabs, and I'm gonna hit F11 and wait for it. What's gonna happen? I think on the screen we'll see that this is gonna go out. Then I'm gonna just again watch for the monitor. But in the meantime, we can scroll down with the full screen and see if that helps. But let's see. See right there. I want to go back the other way. Show posts. And I do want to show a perfect example. I was showing a friend of mine. He really didn't want to look at it because he was not too busy with doing things. He doesn't want to be branding himself on LinkedIn. Anyway, so this is some of the posts I did for him. Perfect LinkedIn short. Gets 5 likes, 6 comments, which is nice. 6. I'm going back again. 11. Didn't even know he was getting that many, but if I go back all the way 1 month or so, that's when he started really doing it. When it was 5, he was showing his videos. I did one of these. It was 10, no comments whatsoever. His video 6, video. So YouTube Shorts only 3. This is 6 months ago, actually. 16 was one of them, so that was pretty good. But now we changed the style, and now we changed his. Like I said again, it comes back to the ideas and comes back to problem solving. So I think I want to do something along those lines. Problem solving, never running out of ideas and stuff. Because I mean, how do you solve a problem? Well, you solve a problem by coming up with an idea, a solution. But since I don't run out of ideas ever, then solutions come easy to me. My son's like, I'm stumped on this comment here, and I'm like, well, say, I hate people looking over my shoulder all the time, so I feel uncomfortable. So, oh, that's brilliant. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't run out of ideas. But as he started, this was still 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, he started trying some things out. And then I said, you know what? I did this for him. 4 likes, 5 comments. And this is where we turned the tide. I says, listen, you know, you have, you're offering your video editing services. Okay. So what do we do with it? Well, how do you want to differentiate yourself? Differentiate yourself. Because as soon as you start offering a product or service, you have 1 million people in competition, or 2 million, 10 million, whatever. You have a lot of competition. How do you separate yourself from the rest of the competition? Well, you find your unique niche, you find your unique point, talking point. So it says, one of your personal ones is something we always got to sit down and consult again. And this is why would I do that for free for anybody? For him, I'll do it for free, get him started, and he'll pay me later. He's my child, so that's why children are a good investment. They'll always pay back all the money they owe you. Yeah, okay. Anyway, but we set up a profile. It was like, oh, do a case study. Well, if I want to do a case study, I'll do one for my son. At least it's worth it for free. I mean, otherwise, free case study for other people, especially ones who don't know what they're doing. My son knows what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be mentioning names, but I gave up on doing a case study for somebody because just every day he came up with a new idea, and I'm like, you can't really, you have to if you want to be successful in social media, you have to pick a path and stick with it, not to change your messaging every single day, because that's where the inconsistency comes in. And it's like SEO. I mean, one day you talk about A, then you talk about Z, then you talk about Mars, then you talk about biology on your website. It's kind of like Google won't really know where to put you. So they'll just put you nowhere. That's where you're going to end up. It's like, you don't know what you want. Well, this is what you're going to get. We don't know either where we're going to put you. So we kind of tried to focus it. And I said, listen, we got to solve this issue of making yourself unique. And so he finally got into the engagement stuff, posting some things. And I says, well, let's make you unique. Let's make you stand out. Let's make you visible and memorable. And so we figured out that, or I figured out, and well, I guess we figured out because he came up with the data and stuff. Because he knows that in school they push LinkedIn, but nobody really does it. And he's probably in his school, he's probably the number one, if not one, then in the top 10 of follower count on LinkedIn and his students. So anyway, he says nobody does LinkedIn. I says, well, great. So why don't you start writing LinkedIn stuff, and you keep your school in there, you keep your videos in there, but write your perspective from a 19-year-old. That means 19 years old, and that's why we came up with this, with the title, 19-year-old building a professional network. And basically that's what it is. And now if you go to his site, you'll get all his insights from a perspective of a 19-year-old of building the network and how it is, how it feels to be on LinkedIn, and how it impacts him, how he, and he embraced it. He likes it. He started taking great pictures and doing the backgrounds and stuff. I don't agree with some of the graphics on it, but it's his. It's so let him do it. I'll just fix up some of the words and pick the right ones or the structure of the post and stuff like that. But since we changed this messaging, it went from the 9 to, went to 12 comments. 16 people liked the post, and 18, 12 comments, 10, 8 comments, 13, 10 comments, 31 people liked it, 20 comments. Okay, so why do I send let's chat DMs? Okay, my 18, 6 days ago, my 18th month procrastination, 27 people liked it, 15 comments. Okay, so this is what happens when you start focusing on one message and one thing. Then, of course, 5 days ago, started Christmas, New Year's, is, went down to 13 and 9 comments, but it's still much better than anything before. 9 and 2 is just now recently because it was a long break and he has not been engaging as much, so it's dropping a little bit. But his latest one is still up to 15 likes and 4 comments at least. And like I said, his engagement numbers have dropped last this week because he transitioned back to Bloomington and stuff. But if he starts engaging, getting the numbers up to 200 and more a week, he'll be up. He'll get a good following in a couple of months. Consistency, working smart, and stuff like that. So anyway, that's just an example of making it personal, engaging. Use your face a lot more. Go out there, meet the people, talk to people. And he's very, 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 very surprised at how well people are accepting his approach. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we made that work well, and now it's up to him. So got the ball rolling, and I think that's one of my superpowers is getting great ideas, setting up a plan, and then somebody else has to execute as well. It's not just I can't do all the work for everybody, but hard to be authentic if you have somebody writing all your stuff. So without your input, So as long as he keeps this up, he'll be doing okay. So that's the LinkedIn message for this and for what we did. And see, oh yeah, this is a cool one too. I gotta share this as well. To activity and talking about again how videos. This covers it in this one. Now, how would you solve this? Like if you're gonna take this one into consideration. That's why I don't worry about the V not being really too visible because now here you see the videos and you don't really see this. I think this is one of the things where LinkedIn is really lags behind. Is this look should be a little bit different because or you should be able to submit at least 4 different versions of this so that LinkedIn can use them to make it look good. But here you're basically high impact, youth, short, and then videos, Kroll. I mean, how do you design that? I never figured that one out. How do you design it so that you know, it works in all the different LinkedIn things, all the different LinkedIn resolutions? But this view was all activity and stuff, and then this left column is just again completely messed up. So I don't think there's any perfect way to design a banner. Like I guess you could just use only this corner here like from the right third of the banner is the one that you can be always visible, but it shrinks so much here. It's not even worth like worrying about. But most important on LinkedIn is your profile picture. It makes all the difference in the world. And I'm still not happy with mine, but at least I upgraded it a little bit. So and then I put the funny what do you call it? The funny hashtag thing on it. Oh, what was it? I forget what it says. Let's see. You need an amazing website. Yep. You need an amazing website. That's my hashtag on the thing. I like to have some fun. Anyway, hour and a half today of talking. My son will not show up today probably because he's got school reading. Stop sharing, and we're back live. I'm thinking whether I should do one more beer here or just drink it offline and retire. It's been an hour and a half. It's been fun. I would love to answer people's questions if you have any. Feel free to ask. But I don't see many comments. I don't see many of anything, and it's like talking to myself. Well, again, you could catch this stuff on YouTube, listen to my rants, watch me drink and spill beer. And hey, if you need anything, whether it's help with Facebook, help with Instagram, done it all, been there, done that over the last 10, 15 years. Things change, but not so much. I'm trying to explore Twitter now that it's X. I see it now. Like, was it Z? But no, it's X. So I can do. I can be of assistance if you have any questions, but if you don't, that's fine. And other than that, you can always catch it on a rerun. Listen to my BS, and I think all marketing is just BS. A lot of people just trying to sell hot water and the rainmakers. Oh yeah, you give me $1,000, I'll make it rain in your crop fields. Well, what's the chance of winning? Well, 50-50. Either it rains or it doesn't. How do you know? Well, you don't, but you win half the battles. And if the other half you have to return the money, you're still good to go. So that's marketing for most people. And they will offer you, promise you all sorts of things, but you got to make a plan and don't expect anybody to do everything for you. You need to do a lot of the work yourself. So, Jasmine Hyde just added a comment on my son's post. Life is wise, let it flow. The same goes for video chats. Good. Mentioned me again 44 seconds ago. Timeline here is off a little bit. No, probably is. Well, anyway, maybe I got two. Maybe he commented twice on my post. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the thing about LinkedIn. I could create some other stuff. I could talk about other stuff, but I think for the time being, we could be done here. I think I've done my part, and it's time to start doing other things as well. I fulfilled my weekly duty, howdy duty, and I think I'll have the beer by myself. Okay, who's online now? Who's online? 3 people watching. One is probably my phone. The other one would be my son. And the third one would be Freya. Say something. Leave a comment. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa, I'm big on this one. When I go full screen or restream, chat. I didn't even look at the YouTube stuff, but so much footage, so much stuff to do, so many things recorded, so many plans, so little time. I wish the day had 30 to 40 hours. I really do. But it doesn't. So we're restricted by time, and then we have to get to sleep. There we go. Freya's here. All right. I figured Fraz number 3. I wonder who was number 4 and even 5. I believe there was once, but hey, you know, keep it real, keep it happy, be happy. A happy Sunday to Africa because it's Sunday already here too. Except I'm on the East Coast of the United States, so my calendar says 1:12, but I didn't go to sleep yet, so it is still 11. It's not the day's not over until you go to bed. So with that, thank you for everybody who stopped by and the ones who see it tomorrow morning or in the morning. Thank you for that as well. And y'all have a good night because I'm gonna go to bed myself after I have my Yingling number 3. But that one's an ice bucket still, so I have to go get it. But rather than doing another 2-minute break, I'm just gonna end it unless my son wants to come to join me live. In that case, I will allow that to happen. But he's still here. However, if he doesn't come live, I'm just going offline. So he's got schoolwork, so I understand it. I'm not forcing him to, but it's all good. All good. Still here in Bloomington. Still here in Bloomington. Hiring surge. LA fires are on fire. What do we have in LinkedIn news? LA fire spurred new evacuation orders. My opinion on that is self-inflicted wounds, but each to his own. And it's not a happy day for people in California, but a lot of mismanagement going on there. So California's got to be thinking about a change, and it's not coming. So California braces for insurance mess. TikTok takes case to Supreme Court. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I voiced my opinion on that one as well. Stock slump as rate cuts hopes fade. Delta on track for banner year. Delta on track for banner year. What does it mean? Best financial. So this banner is best financial. Okay. Yeah. We have best financial year for Delta. I don't own any Delta stock, so I really couldn't care less. Meta eliminates DI programs. I guess now they want finally people to work and get stuff done rather than just hire for checking off boxes. Okay, cool. And what else do we have? Sports from venue scrapped. That was a plan between Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery have canceled plans for the joint streaming venture, Venue Sports. Okay. Yes. Even my son says, "Thanks for the stream. Have a good night." That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Well, I hope he learned something about commenting that doesn't have to take 3 hours to do two comments. Uh, so, what else? One more news did we have in there? Someplace. Job confidence in is lowest in years. How's job confidence? American employees are feeling more pessimistic about their job security. What? Are people finally realizing that there is no such thing as a secure job? Duh. Uh. I mean, again, without getting political, I did see a post. Is you want to talk about job security, like at any level? You look at the unfortunate, untimely death of the CEO of U.S. United Healthcare. His position was filled the next day. So was he replaceable? Of course. Was he supposed to die? No, but it didn't take long to replace him. So how long do you think an accountant in a firm will, you know, how long do you think it will take to replace something like a low level accountant? Like what, 2 seconds? Yes, you have to go through training, you have to implement other things, but there's no job security. There's no such thing. Never was. Not in the 80s, not in the 90s. Yes, people spent a long time in their jobs, sure, but that was never secure. They could have been kicked out the next day. And many industries are just running the hire students once they get older, once they hit family age, kick them out 10, 15, 20 years most. There's never any security in any job. Come on. Let's get fucking real. Whoops. Let's get real. Let's get realistic. Anyway, so goodbye to Freya. Goodbye to my son. Good night to everybody. I love doing these things because it's just me talking, giving some free advice, not for 250, but for free. And we'll see where we take it from there. I think I'm gonna do a event banner now for and create an event for next Friday. So I'll send out some invites and go through some emails and stuff like that. So maybe send out those. I'll finally start doing my newsletters because I don't know. It's just that I think newsletters are BS, but because I mean I don't read much of anything. I don't think there's a newsletter I've read in the last 6 months or so. So much content to read through on LinkedIn just to get the engagement in that the last thing I want to see is a newsletter, long 10-page newsletter. If people like it, if people want to read it, that's fine. But just don't believe in it because I think the only thing I need is an email list for people to sign up for the events that I do so I can send them notifications because LinkedIn only allows you to send 1,000 people a day, a week, I mean. And so if you have 3,000 followers, of course, they're crap out of luck, sort of, because you can't invite them all. So once you get above the 1,000 is the limit. Not everybody's always going to be active and stuff. So 2,000, but once you get 3,000 and higher, you probably will need to have people sign up to be able to invite them because LinkedIn has its limits. So and people by commenting on, of course, share your spread the word. So, but I'm thinking about putting together an email list of news and updates and stuff that we do and services we offer. So watch out for that and for the invitations for the one-on-ones that we have. We'll save them and we'll ask you if you want to be notified of any news and events. And yes, I will also make an announcement here for my son. He will do a live stream on Tuesday, I'm sure, or some day of the week. I don't know how his schedule is this semester, but I think he should start doing. He should start going live like me here as well because his LinkedIn Live has been activated finally. Took some time, although he wasn't. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just they delayed it for some reason. And so now he finally started commenting and engaging, and so they kind of activated it or released that hold, whatever that was on there, because he never broke any rules. It's linked in the way they do things. But anyway, 12:23 in the morning here. I'm gonna go for my third beer, And y'all have a good night. And I'll be live at some point again. If not until next Friday, then I'll see you next Friday in my webinar. Enjoy the Sunday. Happy day.